हो. मी मग तयारी
Start. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How many students have joined?
Sir, 104.
104. Okay. मेरा किधर है?
Shall I start, sir?
एक मिनट. Yes.
Okay. Good morning, honorable authorities, fellow faculty members, and student friends. I, Professor Abhishek Taure, TNP Coordinator of Civil Engineering Department, welcome you all on behalf of KJCMR to this online training and placement induction program. Directly or indirectly, training and placement activities begins from the first year, but in final year, it plays a vital role to build a successful career. Many reputed companies visited KJCMR and recruited maximum number of students. Now, let's proceed towards training and placement induction program. I request Dr. Suhas Khoth sir, Principal KJCMR, to address all the participants.
Thank you, Abhishek Taure, sir. A very good morning to one and all. Our training and placement team, Professor Agarwal, Abhishek Taure, Rathod sir, and all the team members, all the departmental coordinators of various departments of KJCMR. I welcome you all. Hope that all the students are safe and at home right now. I request all the students to please be patient and participate in this particular webinar, because as far as placement is concerned, this is a very, very important and crucial issue for all the students, those who are going to enter at BE right now. Because up till now, in last year, that is the students, those who were in BE in 2019-20, we have designed a special program for them also. We have executed the aptitude training. Majority of the companies were called at the campus. Some off campus were also conducted. And I'm happy to tell you that approximately 115 students of KJCMR are placed at various companies right now in academic year 2019-20. And first 15 to 20 students have a very, very good package also. A package of 12 lakh per annum, 10 lakh per annum, 8 lakhs per annum, 6 lakh per annum, 5.5, and so on. But still, I hope this particular type of inductions and such kind of training, which are company specific trainings, are important for all the students, those who are at B level right now. Now, in this particular pandemic situation, let us make this particular webinars, or let us make such kind of training successful, because you can devote your entire time for such kind of trainings. And I hope that such things can be definitely developed for imparting good training to the students. And once we come out of this particular situation, definitely we can try for good placements as well. So I hope that such kind of induction program will help for the students of all branches, that is mechanical, civil, electrical, ENTC, computer. And right now the situation is not only in IT or computer science branch, but in other branches also we have a very good placement right now. Last year we had electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, very good placements. So keeping such a good track record this year also, I hope that we'll have more and more sessions, so that we can have better placement and better opportunities for all you students. So all the best from my side, and enjoys this induction program so that it becomes a very successful thing in this particular pandemic situation. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Swat Khote, sir, for your wonderful introduction. Now I request Anil Agrawal, sir, Director TNP, to guide all the participants.
Sir, am I audible?
Now, yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So, first of all, thank you to a big thank you to Principal Dr. Suhas Khote, sir, all the HODs, all the faculty members, for giving me this opportunity to interact with the students. And as Dr. Khote sir said, we have done a pretty good amount of work in a last year on a placement front. And the entire credit goes to Dr. Suhas Khote sir, because he has been inspiration for all of us. He's been a very big helping hand for all of us in arranging all the various drives, visiting the companies, talking to HRs and taking the follow-ups. So thanks to him once again. And first of all, now I welcome all the participants, and as sir said, we want to make this very, very interactive session. I will be more than happy to, answer your questions, take up your queries, and talk about the various questions and queries whichever might come to your mind with regard to training, placement, and employability. So welcome friends, and let's begin. And before we begin, let's talk about the current situation. You are aware how is the current situation? This COVID, not only India, it has impacted the entire world. One sec.
Hello. Sir, you are not audible. इनका क्या हुआ?
I'm sorry, I had to take a call. So just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so we were talking about the current situation. I was saying this pandemic has, put everybody, not only you and me, everybody locked in the house. The world economies has affected widely. Even the BSE Sensex has crashed, and students are very curious, very ambiguous, and they are very uncertain. The only thing is at present certain is the uncertainty. So the current situation is being called as a VUCA world. On a screen, if you see, we're living in a VUCA environment, or say VUCA world, where V stands for volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. The situations are very volatile. people are losing job, or the count of jobless people is increasing. As I said, uncertainty is the only certain thing as of now. Things have become more complex, and there is a lot of ambiguity. But what is happening, what is progressing is the digitalization. What is happening is people are more now making use of the SMAC stack, where the A stands for social, M stands for mobile, A stands for analytics, C stands for the cloud. You all millennials are using the smartphones. You are using the smartphones, and using the smartphones, you are making best use of the social media platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Facebook. And in future, you will be required to use more and more of the smartphones and use the platforms like LinkedIn. And we are getting connected to each other using the virtual mediums or online meetings. As of now, like at presently, I'm interacting with all of you using the Zoom or using the online platform. And there are so many platforms. So the millennials are making use of the SMAC stack, where A stands for social media, M stands for mobile, A stands for analytics, and C for the clouds. So my dear friends, the usage of the SMAC stack is going to be increasing. The digitization is going to be obviously emerging. And more importantly, now if we talk with regard to the employment or placement or employability, about 28 to 30% of the students or say engineers get placed. I mean, they get a job of their choice. And this, my dear friends, I'm not saying this. This I have taken from the reports published by the various survey reports, like which are published by the McKinsey or NASSCOM. So isn't the situation is scary? Okay, but don't worry. So as I said, the lakhs of the graduates are coming out from the colleges, maybe BCA colleges, BA colleges, BCom colleges. One sec.
Agrawal sir, you are not audible.
Hello. Yeah. Sorry. So thank you. So my dear friends, I was saying that lakhs and lakhs of the graduates are coming out of the colleges, maybe engineering, maybe arts, commerce, science, maybe computer science. But does everybody get the employment of their choice? People, especially the HR fraternity, the corporates are saying that candidates are becoming graduates, but they are not becoming employable. What they have been claiming is there is a huge gap between the industry expectation and the current skill state of the candidates. In later part of the session, we will be talking about skills and all that. But before that, I would like to understand from you guys, is the only graduation means the employability? Does that mean like tomorrow I am an engineer and I should get placed or I should get the employment?
Agrawal sir, you are not audible.
So does the graduation, tomorrow I'm graduate, so does that mean I should be placed? At times I will say yes, at times I will say no. Because it all depends on our employability. Any answer, or anybody knows what is employability? Can somebody help me know what is employability? Can you tell me what do you mean by employability? In one of the session which was delivered by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our ex-president of India, he was delivering a session in IIM Ahmedabad, and while he was talking about the placement and the employment, he said India's problem is not unemployment. India's problem is unemployability. Ability to get the employment is called as employability. There are huge lot of opportunities, as rightly said by our principal, Honorable Principal Dr. Suhas Khut sir. Last year, we placed around 400 plus students from our campus, and around 120 students were placed from this college, KJ College. And around 40 plus companies visited, but some students were not placed. The issue is the employability, and to address that issue, we are conducting this induction right on a day one, I will say. So let us understand what does the employability means. So employability means the formal graduation. Employability means the graduation plus the hard skills plus the soft skills, and the combination of all three means the employability. With due respect to my seniors, my HODs, faculty members, I will say the formal education curriculum is not directly mapped to the employability skills, because the employability skills change at a faster pace, faster speed, faster pace. But our syllabus doesn't changes that way. So everyone, the student need to acquire additional skills along with the strong foundation in the academics. When I say graduation, you need to be a graduate, try to acquire minimum 60%, because many of the big MNCs, they put a criteria of the 60%. Why they put that criteria, we will understand in next slide. So have you understood what is the employability? So employability is your engineering degree, the hard skills, that is the value-added employable education programs, which we will be arranging from time to time, and the soft skills. Now soft skills, we will again see what soft skill means. Now before we go to that, let me explain you the process of the employment. In a process of employment, what happens? The various corporates come looking forward for a raw material to the various colleges like ours. The talent acquisition team members, the HR members, they visit the colleges and the placement happens. So what we are doing is, we are studying the technology and the industry practices required by the various recruiters. And that is where we will be arranging the company specific workshops so that you are more prepared to crack the interview rounds of those companies. We will be also imparting the employable education so that your chances of placement becomes high. And those employable education value added programs, we will have two parts. One is the soft skills and one is the technology education. Soft skill will have aptitude training and communication skills. Now, when those companies comes to the colleges, you know what recruitment process they perform. Normally, they take a written test, and written test is sometimes having two parts. Part A is aptitude round, part B is technical test. Then next round, whoever passes the technical test or maybe the aptitude test or maybe either or maybe both, goes to the next round, that is a group discussion round, and then the technical interview, and then the final is your HR interview. After the HR interview, your offer is rolled out. Now, try to understand here. This recruitment process is a selection process. At the same time, I will say it is a rejection process also. Because at times, for example, if a company is looking for say 10 good designer or say 10 good CAD CAM engineers or say 10 good mechanical engineers or 10 say 10 good Java programmers, obviously there will be 200-300 students appearing for the campus trials. So they would want the best of the best candidates, and that is where they will take the filter out rounds like aptitude test, technical test. To check the communication skills, they will conduct the group discussion, and during the group discussion, they will also try to understand your personality, your articulation ability, and your communication skills to a certain extent. And then to understand your domain knowledge, the technical interview. And then the final is the HR interview. So friends, so far so good. I talked about the current situation. I talked about the lockdown. I talked about the before COVID scenarios and the post-COVID scenarios and the different rounds, the placement process. And so far so good, you must have understand that we need to acquire certain skills, technical skills as well as soft skills. So we are taking this as a challenge to provide skilled resources to the industry by making you more employable. Now, to make you more employable, we will be conducting the various company-specific soft skills training, technology trainings, which are based on industry feedbacks. I am sharing some industry feedbacks with all of you. Those feedbacks we have received from the various HRs, those who visited our campus, or with whom we have been TNP team have been interacting with. So just these are the very eye opener sort of feedbacks. I will read few for you. One is the one feedback is the students are not able to write the code. Sometimes HR says the practical approach is missing. The students' practical approach is missing. Some HR says the students are having the theoretical knowledge, they're not having the practical knowledge. The initiative or the proactiveness is missing. The leader attitude is missing. Lack of the hands-on experience. The sound knowledge of the basic foundation frameworks is sometimes not sufficient. So, my dear friends, we have to work on those feedback.
Agrawal sir, sorry to
Yes, sir.
interrupt you. Echo is coming, sir. Echo is coming from your side. Can you hold the mic close like that? Echo is coming from your side.
Okay.
Now
Is
it's
it better now?
no, sir. Still it's coming, sir. Echo is coming.
Okay. But I have not changed any settings, sir.
Now it's okay, sir. Now it's okay.
Yeah. So I'm sharing some more summarized or say, precise feedback. What they want is, they want a candidate with a consistent academic records, like first class throughout. Throughout means 10th, 12th, and the graduation. And at times they put a criteria as well. They say, as I said in a previous slide, the students are not able to apply their knowledge, or say the practical approach is missing. They want more skilled resources. Sometimes students are, not so good in articulating. They are weak in communication, but this doesn't apply to core branch students. Sometimes they miss out the analytical approach. Confidence, which is very, very important. Some students are not, very confident while facing the interviews, and that is where last year we also conducted few mock interviews, and which gave us a good result. So this year also we will be conducting the mock interviews, mock test, aptitude test. Importantly, as I said, attitude. The students are having little bit casual approach. So at times HR says the student lack in their attitude. Aptitude is again we will be working on. So my dear friends, again now hearing all this, the HR feedback, the employability, the process of employment, you will be thinking now, how do I get a job? What should I do? So far so good. You have understood what employability means. So you and me, I mean, we all have to work together and enhance the employability. With the help of the HODs, with the help of the training placement coordinators, management, faculty members, the TPO team, we will be working on your employability skills so that you are able to get employment. So as I said, we will be enhancing your employability so that you are standing out of the crowd and you get placement. So you get placement. So now when it comes to the employability, we will be starting with your foundation skills. As I said, in a foundation skills, we will be working on a soft skills. Importantly, your verbal ability, quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, because QA and LR, quantitative aptitude and logical reasoning, is major portion of the aptitude test conducted by the any MNCs. So followed by the foundation courses, we will be conducting the technology specializations. And those technology specialization will be considering the industry 4.0. People are already talking about the industry 4.0. We have so far so good. We have heard about the lockdown 4.0. Now it's time to understand and talk about the industry 4.0. 4.0 will be more automated, more digitalized, where the machines will be working with the help of the Internet of Things, machine learning, or say machine languages, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and there will be many technologies like apart the CAD CAM, Pro-E, CATIA, or say Python, Java, .NET, or cloud computing. There will be 3D printing. So all those technology, newer technologies, the advanced technologies will be covering in terms of workshops. Those workshops will be arranging with the help of the in-house faculties as well as the industry experts. And then advanced technology, we are also going to get some projects from the industry, provide the internship opportunities to the third year students as well as the final year students, and global certification. And as I said in a previous slide, we will be conducting the test, mock interviews, and obviously we are committed for your placement. This year onwards, the management has given us the mandate of giving the 100% placement, and we are assuring you the placement support till you get placed. Now let us talk about the game of expectation. My dear students, when you took the admission to the engineering, you also had some expectation. Your parent also had some dreams. Maybe some of you want to go for a job. Some of you maybe want to go for your own venture, want to become the entrepreneurs, become the big successful businessmen. So let us understand the game of expectation, or understand the expectation of the student who are looking for a job. Normally, when we interact with the student, what they say is they are looking forward to work with the big organizations like TCS, Infosys, Capgemini, Accenture, Bosch, Spicer, Dana, Rolls-Royce, Mercedes, Volkswagen. They are want to, obviously they should be aspiring to work with a big organization, and why not a big salary. And some of them say, sir, on-site opportunities, will I get on-site opportunities or not? Sir, I'm not interested in a floor work, I'm not in a workshop work, I'm not ready to work on a CNC machine. I want some technically challenging work. I want to design components. I want to design the softwares. I want to design the various components. I don't like maintenance. But my dear friends, these are your expectations. And yes, you should have those expectations. But at the same time, we should also try to understand the industry expectation. What the industry, what the other part of the recruitment team is expecting from us. So they are expecting us to be a technically very, very sound and skilled persons. They will check your technical skills. They will check your credentials. Credential, like what projects you have done, what internships you have done, what certifications you have done. They will be also checking your articulation ability, and not only as a part of your good communication, they will not be checking your only a verbal ability or your spoken English, or say, communication skills. Importantly, the listening skill. Listening is again part of a communication, because they want project ready candidate. They will not be looking for a bench candidate. And importantly, the flexibility, your adaptability. I will tell you one example. In the last year, there was a company coming to our campus. The company was from Mumbai. The process started morning 9:30, and around in evening around 10:30, the CO round, for the CO round around 18 students were selected. And I mean, we were sure like all 18 will go for the company. I mean, all 18 will get the offer later. So the managerial round started, and the CEO of the company connected to the student from a call from Mumbai, and he was asking one question like, do you know your job location? It's going to be Mumbai. Everybody said, yes, sir, we know, and we are ready to relocate to Mumbai. They were very flexible. They were showing the flexibility. The next question the CEO was asking is, suppose tomorrow the company comes, Pune-based company comes to your campus and you get selected into that round, that campus or that placement drive, what will you do? Almost 10 students said, sir, we will go and appear for that company and we will try to crack all the rounds. We will try to get that placement. And in that case, what happens? The CEO says, boss, you are not selected. Only 8 students got selected. So you have to be very flexible in terms of the job location. You should be telling, yes, we are ready to work anywhere. It doesn't matter. We are away from the home is away from the home. So whether it is a Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai or a Mumbai, anyway. So we will be coming in depth sessions. So nowadays, considering the pandemic, the companies are looking for zero bench and they will be going for a just-in-time hiring. Just-in-time hiring, the project comes, they will recruit or the onboarding will happen. So have the right expectations, friends. And this slide is very, very important. I will request all of you to take a screenshot of this slide, because you as a freshers, you as a job seekers, you as a final year student need to work towards meeting the expectations of the recruiters. As I said, they are looking for a strong aptitude skills. They want you to be very, very strong in your aptitude. You should have strong analytical abilities, effective communication, including the listening, articulation, analytical skills. I said that already. Importantly, the domain knowledge and the concept. Importantly, domain knowledge and the concepts. And then the knowledge of the will be into the era where the industry 4.0 will be used. So you should have some knowledge which will be imparted as a part of a technical skills. Strong understanding of the foundations, basics and the basic concepts. Ability to apply the knowledge and industry 4.0 standards. So I would request all of you to watch Google, watch some videos. There are so many videos available about the industry 4.0. Go to the IBM site, right from the IBM, KPMG. There are so many Bosch, there are so many companies have published so many videos, so many white papers, journals. So especially request to mechanical, civil, electrical students that they should go do some watch videos, read some blogs, white papers with regard to industry 4.0. So students, now so far so good, we have understood what is the problem. You should be working, as I said, doing some analysis, and you must have understood how the hiring happens, how to win over the competition and get a job. And we will help you beat the selection process so that you are in. And we will also help you acquire the job skills so that you can grow in future also. So I'm skipping this slide because this is already covered. I will just take a minute. See, as I said, for example, if a company wants 50 good Java developers, so what happens? They normally give advertisement, or they go to some colleges, or they arrange some cool campus, and roughly say around 10,000 students appear. So for HR, it's not possible to take interview of all 10,000 students. So at times they put a criteria, and out in a criteria, almost 50% of the students are rejected or say dropped. So what happens? Only 5,000 remains. Then they do test, aptitude test, sometimes some technical test. If it is a case of a Java programming, they will conduct a test on a C, C++, SQL, or nowadays Python. So again, 2000s are rolled out, and normally for technical interview, they have 100 students, and out of 100, they take the 50 candidates. Now, which 50? They will obviously take the candidate who has done a Java project, Java certification, some Java trainings, attended some Java seminars, written some Java blogs, taken some internships, or have some experience in Java. And that is how you are standing out of the crowd. That is how you get selected. So we will be working on it. The only thing we want support from all of you, and we will be working on your technical skills, aptitude skills, soft skills, and make you employable. And not employable, we will give you 100% placement opportunities. So far so good, my dear friends. I have been talking, and most of you may be saying ki I know. So before I end my presentation, my discussion, I want to talk about the I know factor. In 25 years of my experience, I have seen people talking about काश मैंने ये किया हुआ था, काश मैंने ये किया हुआ था. So I know factor versus the cash factor, where the K stands for knowledge. Knowledge K has 3 parts: your graduation, your qualification, your aptitude, and you need to master at least one technology track considering the future hiring. When I have been interacting with many HRs, so almost out of 10, 8 HR said they will be looking for the specialist. They will not be looking for the generalist now. So you need to master at least one technology track. Importantly, work on your attitude, because nowadays, so the employees are working from home where nobody is monitoring them. So HR are saying that they are looking for a candidate having high principles and high ethical values, having a very high goals set for themselves, positive mindset, self-esteem. The confidence level should be very, very high, because you will be interacting with the clients on a platforms like Zoom, where I am interacting with all of you. Skills, importantly, listening skills, reading skills. Develop your reading habits, speaking and writing in English, because English is becoming a global language now. As a part of aptitude, verbal reasoning. As a part of communication, group discussion, pronunciation, presentation, communication. And develop some good habits. Etiquettes and mannerism is more important nowadays. Personal hygiene I have put, considering the pandemic situation, sanitization and all that. Time management, stress management. So thank you, my dear friends. Now I request, while I'm displaying the slide for your information, I request the host to open the chat box. I request my colleague Professor Raju Singh Rathore sir. My colleague Professor Raju Singh Rathore sir can take
Yes,
up the
sir.
questions, and I will be happy to answer all those questions, sir. So I hand over to my TPO colleagues and the host.
Good morning, sir. I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Achha.
Very
Okay, so as a TPO of the KJ College of Engineering, I want to discuss something about what the activities we are doing. So I'm sharing a PPT here.
sure, sir. Question answer.
Sir,
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Please, sir.
sir, some questions are there
Sure, sir.
regarding this pandemic situation, and the student are asking about that. How we are going for the placement in this academic year, just like this 2 and 3 months, because situation is in pandemic situation. So what is the possibility
Correct.
of the placement?
Correct. So if you talk about current 2 to 3 months, I will say the next 2 to 3 months, we have to work on enhancing our employability skills. Because immediately the companies, as I said, companies will be looking for the just-in-time hiring, or they will not be looking for a bench hiring. But yes, the bulk hiring is going to be there by the mass recruiters, mega recruiters like TCS, through TCS NQT, National Qualifying Test, which TCS conducts, Infinitive, which Infosys conducts, Wipro, Elite, Tech Mahindra. So these mega recruiters, mass recruiters, the hiring is on, already started, and we in coming days we will be also we will be conducting company specific workshops so that you get better prepared and have the complete understanding. And importantly, those all companies are hiring the candidates from all branches. Even if you say I'm a mechanical engineer, yes, you can go and apply for those companies. And not only hiring, my dear friends, they are providing the online certification, they are providing online training, including the soft skills training, including the programming trainings, including the life skills trainings. So those trainings are there. We will be, so next 2 to 3 months, we have to invest on preparing for those mega recruiters, mass recruiters, as well as work on our employability, because as of now, companies are also not started functioning to the full capacity. They are working with a 30% capacity. The production is not streamlined. So next 2 to 3 months, no. Yes, the placement cycle is also at the same time deferred by 2 to 3 months. So that is where I said next 2 to 3 months we will be working on your enhancing your employability skills. So after 2 to 3 months, yes, we are committed for the placement. So hope I.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are giving the answer. So next question is asking about one student. Sir, please guide us about the new startup and the business.
Wonderful. So I really like this answer. So in one of my slides, I said many of you may be dreaming to enter the big corporates. At the same time, many of you may be dreaming to become big corporates. And our founder president, Honorable KJ sir, also has the same philosophy. He always says that instead of becoming a job seeker, you should become a job giver. So we have a startup innovation cell. We also have an entrepreneurship development cell. And in coming weeks time, we will be conducting a specialized session where we will be talking about how to start your own venture, how to become a successful entrepreneur right from idea to implementation.
Sir, I want to give.
So
Go ahead, sir.
yeah, so we will be conducting an in-depth session, and maybe my colleague Raju Singh sir can add to it.
Sir, according to entrepreneurship development, I want to ask you, we have already set up the entrepreneurship development cell in our college. In the last year, we have conducted the 3-day workshop under the Ministry of the Science and Technology to enhance what is the ability required for the entrepreneurship. So we did the 3-day workshop in our college. This year
Super.
also, we are going to conduct such type of the session for the current batch and third year batch.
Certainly, certainly.
Regarding the startup, there is a lot of the courses here, a lot of the business startup is available with the government of India. So in this case, how to approach the government? There is just like a district industrial sale is there. They can help us. There, Nafari is there. That a lot of those organization is available in the Pune. Those who want to start up the business, definitely we can help them how to contact with these people and how to take their guidance, because there is a lot of the organization they help us with us. If you have a certain idea, because if your idea, so definitely that is a unique idea, so this organization definitely help. So when you come to the college, you contact me, I can help you how to approach the organization, what type the documentation required. So definitely we can do when all the students come in the college, so regarding the entrepreneurship and how to start the business. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, sir, yeah, regarding
Yeah, so
the
friends,
yes, sir.
yeah, so I was saying ki ask the questions, as many as questions, because this is very, very important. We see so far so good. I also, talked about the expectation. So I request all of you to help us understand your expectations. Please shoot as many as questions you want to shoot, and as your expectation, like what are you expecting from college TNP team as a training and placement team. We want to understand your expectation also, because that is a major important part of our session, today's session. So you can put up your expectations also. Somebody might say, ki, sir, I just want a job. I'm just throwing an idea. Yeah, Raju sir, you can take up the next questions.
So regarding the again placement, if there is any chances for the mechanic, one question is coming, sir. Can sir practical knowledge about the new technologies made available for us in the college?
Certainly, yes. As I said, I talked about artificial intelligence. You all are aware about IoT, that is Internet of Things. But nowadays there is something called IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. Cloud computing, virtualization, networking, data management, data storage, digital marketing, content writing, all the new areas of employment, right from the software development to all other areas of employment, we will be conducting right from the basics to the foundation to the advanced technology tracks. But at times, those, as I said, those will be conducted with the help of the college authorities, the management, or maybe the corporates, maybe some training organizations as well. Or importantly, we are also trying to tie up with the many industries for imparting all those trainings.
So next question is it data science is a good options?
Certainly, yes. As I said, the usage of the SMAC stack, social media, mobiles, analytics, and clouds, or say cloud computing, is increasing. The data analysis is increasing, data scientist posts are increasing, but yes, if you are a fresher, it will be too high to aspire to go for a job of a data scientist, because for a position of a data scientist or to become a data scientist, you need to have at least 7 to 10 years of experience. But of course, data analysis, data mining will be an added advantage when you appear for the interviews. That will definitely help you. So knowledge of the data science will definitely help you.
Sir, okay, sir. And next question is, sir, it is great. Will it great to do the master along with the job? And what is your opinion to do the master in which area? So it is definitely helpful for the future job and the business point of view.
Okay, well, so I always appreciate the concept of, learning while earning. So I 200% advise that you should take up some job and go for the master's degree. Now, when it comes to the master's degree or say post graduation, it all depends on a person's interest. One can do the MTech, one can do the MPA, one can do ME. So I don't say ki you shouldn't be doing your job only, and you shouldn't be doing going for the higher education. But yes, you should go certainly go for the higher education as well. Or the ideally, what I will say is my personal opinion is do the graduation, take up some job, do it for a year or two, then go for the higher studies. That also is possible. My son just graduated from the I-Square IT. He's taken up job with one of the big MNCs, and I also given him the same advice. Do a job for a year or two, and then leave the job. Go for the MS, ME, MTech, MBA, and yes, I will give the same suggestion to all of you. It's my personal suggestion.
Sir, next question is regarding this pandemic situation. Is there is any opportunities for the new engineer in a construction line?
Yes. Yes, this question is very, very obvious and very genuine question, I will say. See, my dear friends, the automobile industry and the real estate always been, in little bit trouble in last 2 to 3 years. But in going forward, those two sectors are expecting a very high boom. And the reason is the sentiment. There is a huge positive sentiment about the India. India is going to become the next destination for the world. There are many companies who are going to shift their operations from the place where this COVID-19, novel COVID-19 originated. I will not hesitate to take the name, that is China. And those companies are ready to shift their operations to the India. So India has certainly huge opportunities for the civil engineers as well as the mechanical engineers. Rather, I will say electrical, ENTC engineers. Obviously, CSIT guys are going to be there. But yes, and again, there are new development, infrastructure development projects are coming up. For example, metro rails, the highways, new highways, and the new townships. And as I said, the digitization, and there will be some more opportunities for the civil and mechanical students where they will be required to design the parts, the components, the machines by sitting at home as well. So yes, with the help of the computer-aided tools, CAD, CAM, CATIA, or maybe 3D PLM, the future is bright for the civil and mechanical engineering students. And even they can go into the product lifecycle management. They can also take up some courses like SAP and all. So obviously jobs are there.
So thank you, sir. You are giving a lot of the answer and a very good answer, a real answer regarding the questions of the student. Now I want, as a training placement officer of the KJ College, I want to share some information about our college with the students, sir. So I am going for the sharing my PPT also, sir.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
1 minute, sir. One minute. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you are you, can you observe my
Yes,
screen?
yes.
Okay.
No.
It is. Are you seen training placement department? Have you seen the PPT?
No, sir.
No,
We
sir.
cannot see your PPT.
1 minute, sir. PPT कैसा? हाँ. Hello. Are you
Yes,
hear me?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are
Huh.
audible.
Okay, sir. Thank you and good morning, all of you. As a training placement officer, here we are discuss about what the activities we are done in last year batches. So first, I want to discuss about we have near about 393 offers we are given through our colleges for all 3 engineering college students. And near about the 40 companies came in our campus and which offer near about 342 jobs. Out of that, 51 jobs are offered during the off-campus interview, and most of the company, just like TCS, Infosys, and this company having given the very good job to our student. Again, if you see about our college student, the maximum near about the package we are getting by the Sahib Singh and Nayab, it is a 12 lakh package per annum, and the average package taken by the student is near about 2.6 lakh per annum. And in case of the KJ College of Engineering, the 115 students have placed in a various companies. So these are regarding the certain scenario in the last year. Now I am talking about what the training activities we have taken for the student this year, last year batch. So training for the enhance the employability, in this case, we are providing the student of last year, the aptitude training programs are there. So free aptitude training we are conducted in our college. In this case, near about the 60 hours, 40 hours for the aptitude training and 20 hours for the soft skill training for the student has provided. Again, we arrange the various seminars and the session. So most of the session is coming from the good reputed company, just like expert session we are conducted by Tata Motors. We delivered a very good lecture near about the 2 days that program has conducted in our college. Then we are also conducted the fuel training program for the third year student. Near about the lot of the students they appear for that also. Again, we have a MOU with the Genser. So Genser is also conducted the ESG training program for the computer IT and electronics and telecommunication branch is there, and if they can hire the student from these training programs. Again, we Tata Sky, just like a Tata Sky, we can also given the 20 days training program for the student. And after conducting the aptitude training program, we have conducted the AMCAT test. AMCAT means what we hear the student go for that test, because the most of the companies they can not conducted the aptitude training aptitude test, but AMCAT who conduct the test and whose score is validated for the most of the companies in the markets. So aptitude test we are conducted for this our students, and most of the students also get placed with the AMCAT also. So in case of the current now also in this pandemic situation, so in this pandemic situation, there is a certain training program is going on today for this current batch. Those are going to be passed this year, that is the 2020 batch. So just SAP certification course, which is a free online, this training is going on for the students of this current batch. Again, GTT Barclay training program is also conducted for the student in our college also. Again, I want to say that for yourself, in case of the yourself, there is a TCS Code Vita registration is already started. And the last date is the 5th of the July, because when you do this training, just like a TCS Code Vita, when you come to the college, we can discuss a detail about that also. But before that, before the 5th of the July, you should do the registration is very important. But once you are qualified this test, you are eligible to take the drive for the TCS, because TCS directly call the student for the their placement also. So these are the certain things regarding the current batch, which means that that's going to be passed out. For yourself, those are coming in this college, that is the batch of the 2021. In this year, we have planned now this within our next week, or we are planning for the certain session for yourself, just like there is a 3 days, there is a near about a session, that is a 2-hour session per day. So it is near about the 3 days we are going to conduct. So one session on the common selection round and the mass recruitment round. This is one of the areas. Second is how to tackle the technical coding round, especially pseudo coding is there. Then technique to crack the initial aptitude test round. So such type of the training, we are just like such type of the session we are going to be a plan for yourself in within the next weeks. So these are the things we are doing for yourself. So as a training placement officer, we have some certain expectation from your side regarding the placement, how the student should appear for the aptitude for placement activities. So as a TPO, our expectation is that you, as a BE student, when you proceed for the placement or the higher education or any competitive examination, whatever it may be, so what is basic thing is that now the competition is going in market. So the eligibility criteria for yourself to sit in the aptitude training is very important. So most of the IT companies or most of the mechanical higher reputed MNC company, they are focusing the 60% criteria. So as an engineer, when you pass out, you should focus on how to maintain your 60%. That is a very important. Important is there. Again, mechanical company, they're also just like a Volkswagen and most of the company, they're asking for the 60% or the 55%. It depends upon the company criteria, but eligibility criteria should be there near about 60%. So your focus is how to achieve the 60% marks in your graduation. That is the first expectation for my side. You should maintain your 60%. Second is the thing is that when you come to the college, most important thing is that you should give the undertaking form that should be submitted with your TPC or the TPOs, because this undertaking form shows that which area you are interested, whether you want to go for the higher studies or whether you want to go for the job, or whether you go for the business or startup. So according to that way, we are segregate the student, and on the basis of that, we can be train the student to specific areas, so they go for their ideal job. So undertaking is very important. So when you come to the college, you can submit the undertaking form. That is very important. So it is a specific area we can focus on the development of the student. Then next thing is that data required. So when you come to the college, again, you fill the data. That is very important, because most of the company immediately asking from, okay, there is a recruitment for the current plan, send me a data immediately. So
Raju
the data,
sir,
yes,
Raju
sir.
sir, can
Yes,
I
sir.
just add
Hey.
to? Can I add
Yes.
here?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
we have a floated one placement registration form. So I request all the students to fill that form as soon as it is possible. So I'm sure that form is being shared, the link is being shared with all of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you
I can
shared that?
Yes, sir. Yes, and
Yeah.
we can already say it with the student.
Yeah. So I request all the students to fill the data, fill the that form, Google form. So that will help us, understand like how many students we are fitting into criteria, non-criteria, and what they are interested. Either they are interested in a job or a business or a higher studies and a sort of things. Yeah, you can go ahead, sir. Thank you.
So on the basis, according to the Agrawal sir, that Google Sheet is already shared with you. So you should fill, because data is very important. Immediately we want to share data with the company. So that data shows your percentage in marks, then your email and mobile number and your address there. Next is that what we are expecting at training placement, our 100% placement of the students there should be. So what we are focusing that we it is our request that you should attend all the drive. That is very important. Drive is very important. So you should attend all the drive, whether it is IT sector or mechanical sector, mechanical industry or the core based industry. What is more important? That is your attendance in the that drive, because whether when you go the various steps, just like aptitude test, then the technical is technical test is there, there is GD, there PI. So it show your ability how to tackle. It build up your confidence also. For this purpose, what we are expected to always attempt all the drive which are conducted in our college. That is very important, because it show your weak points, it can show your ability, and if you are lacking somewhere, it shows that it show that you are where you are lacking, so it is chance to improvement in that area. So that is a very important to build up your confidence level in the future drive. And that is a lot of the example I already seen in last year. One student failed in one first drive, second drive, but after that he can select it in the 3 drives and he got the package of the 5 lakhs. So such a thing is happened. So I, as a TPO, I requested you to attend all the drive which is conducted in our college. That is very important. Again, this year we have planned to be a aptitude training program for yourself. So as a TPO, I am saying that aptitude training program, there is aptitude training, there is a soft skill training. We will conduct the certain seminars. So in this case, what happened? Your attendance, again, the point is that your attendance is very important, because you have an ability to learn something from the aptitude training, then the soft skill and the seminar. So that is a very important. So your attendance should be maintained in the aptitude session. So we are going to plan about the aptitude training in the coming weeks. Again,
Thanks.
Again, I requested you to that you always contact with the TPCs, you contact with the HOD, you contact with the TPO principal, sir, regarding your placement. Sir, we want this session. If you want certain seminar, sir, I want a specific seminar like this area, this area, this area. So we always contact us so we can arrange the session for you, sir. That is the one thing. And the next thing is that we are focusing on the internship also this year. Again, the internship is very important, and if any session is going on, so we are focusing on the certain instruction. That is the things from my side.
So thank you. So before we end up the session, students, just to talk more about the future hiring process. Before I talk about the future hiring process, let me tell you internships were also shared. A couple of students, number of students from our campus, our college, also are taking the virtual internships. Considering the pandemic, they are not allowed to take the internships in person. Companies are not allowing them to take physical internships, so they are taking the virtual internships. And now going forward, we will be preparing you so that you are ready to face the video interviews. We will also help you how to prepare the video resumes. In future, there will not be any resumes. There will be the video resume. There will be the LinkedIn profiles, social media profiles, using which the HRs will be evaluating you. So the post-COVID scenarios will be preparing you, and obviously will be making you more employable. And thanks to once again, thanks to the management, principal sir, HOD sirs, faculty members, all the participants, my colleague, Professor Raju Singh sirs, my all other colleagues, training placement officers, everybody. Thank you so much. So from my side, I hand over the mic to the host.
Sir, Abhishek sir, Taure sir.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes,
before going to the vote of thanks, I request all the participants that the feedback link is given in the chat box. So I request all the participants, please fill it. Okay.
And sir, if possible, you can also ask all the participants to switch on their video cameras so we can take a selfie. I mean, maybe the host can take a selfie. So it's a virtual selfie we call. Zoom provides that facility. If it is possible, otherwise you can carry on with the agenda, sir.
Sir, Nagaraju sir can do that.
Raju sir, can you request?
No, actually participants cannot able to take
No
the,
problem, no problem, no problem,
because it is a webinar, it is not a Zoom meeting.
no problem, sir. We can just go ahead. We can go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you very much, Raju Singh Rathod sir and Anil Agrawal sir. So, firstly, I would like to thank Honorable Kalyan Jadhav sir, Founder President KJEI, Dr. Hemant Abhyankar sir, Executive Director KJEI, Dr. Vyasraj Kakamki sir, Campus Director KJEI, and other management members for their support to conduct this induction program. I wish to express my gratitude to Dr. Suhas Khoth sir, Principal KJCMR, for his opening remarks and guidance for organizing this program. We are very thankful to Dr. Santosh Patil, Academic Dean KJCMR, for providing an encouragement in organization of program. We are very grateful to Anil Agrawal sir, Director TNP, for his orientation and guidance to student friends. I thank to Professor Raju Singh Rathod for coordinating this program. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for Professor Nagaraju Bogiri for his technical support throughout the program. I am also very helpful to all HODs, departmental coordinators, student coordinators, and those who directly or indirectly help in this program. Now I declared online training and placement induction program is over. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you,
Wonderful
sir.
day.
Thank you, sir.